Greetings, Christy Miller here with day 3 of how to write a great paragraph. So we started out learning the concept of general and specific by doing some fun activities. And now they needed to be able to use that logic to see how to figure out if something is general and specific. So I give them a paper called Sticking to the Topic. And again, this whole packet is it's published on Teachers Pay Teachers. For a nominal fee, you can get the whole packet, all 5 days, all at once. All you do is put in teacherspayteachers.com and then put in Christy Miller, C-H-R-I-S-T-I-E, Miller, the learning coach, because there's 2 Christy Millers. And it'll bring you to a lot of the things that I have published on that page, but one of them is 5 days to writing a great paragraph. And then you can get the whole packet that you can use with your students. But what we do on day 3 is we start using some logic and we say, okay, which is general and which is specific? So we give them a list of items. For example, potatoes, string beans, peaches, corn, peas, spinach. Which one doesn't fit? And what's a title for the rest? So they'll figure out peaches is a fruit, the rest are vegetables. And this whole idea goes to the fact that when you write a paragraph, things need to be in common. You can't just randomly throw something into a paragraph. It has to fit under the general topic in a topic sentence, and then the items that are included need to go under that topic sentence. And so this is a way for them to see the idea, see the concept that this paragraph talks about this one unified idea with several additional ideas added that all fit into that pattern. For example, wooden spoon, cake pan, mixer, measuring cup, skillet, and bowl. There's actually 2 answers to this. One of them would be skillet because everything else is used to make a cake. The other one would be mixer because everything else is not plugged in. So if they can give you the logic for their answer, that's a great thing. So day 3, we start using the logic and come up with these lists. There's about 12 of these that they have to do. And then they can figure out and start using the logic on their of general and specific. Then we present to them some ideas about what makes a good topic sentence. And we tell them the idea that topic sentences are general, and then you will always have 3 specific ideas and then a general conclusion. So that's why you need to know the difference between general and specific. So we start with a general idea that introduces the paragraph. And there are some rules that there's some rules for everything, but these are just some easy rules. First of all, the topic sentence needs to be interesting enough but general to introduce the topic, to tell you what the paragraph's about. And I always tell them, let's just say you dropped your paragraph outside and a little old lady came walking by and picked it up and she said, well, what's this? And she read the very first sentence and she should be able to say, well, this is a paragraph about my favorite pets. Or this is a paragraph about how to grow green beans. Whatever it is, that first sentence has to give that little old lady a clue about what this paragraph is going to contain. The topic sentence needs to be a complete sentence. It can't be a title. It can't be like 3 things I love to do in my spare time, because that's a title. But you could say filling my spare time is easy because I have 3 favorite things I like to do. So that's a topic sentence. The first one was a title. It can't be a question. A topic sentence cannot be a question. You see, if you're giving a speech, you can ask a question because you have the audience right there who can shake their heads or answer or something like that. But when you're writing something, you're writing it for a reader. And the reader, you're not there when the reader's reading it usually. And so there's no sense of asking a question. Rhetorical questions kind of get tiring. So I just kind of tell my students, just don't ask a question, especially in a topic sentence, don't ask a question. When I was in college, my writing improved greatly because of one professor I had. And she went through and she just told me, don't put any questions. And I realized I wrote half my essays as questions. And so I wasn't saying anything, I was asking. And I was supposed to be the one saying something of content, with great content in my essay, but instead I was just asking questions. So that's been a real good rule of thumb for me, and it's really helped my students as well. Never to use a question. You can't include these words. These, those, and here are. These are the things that I like to do during the summer. Well, it's introducing a list. It's not introducing a paragraph that will flow. It's introducing a list. And these needs an antecedent. It doesn't say what these are until you say it. You could use that in a conclusion, but not in an introduction. Here are is also introducing a list. And you don't want your paragraph to be a list. You want it to be a flowing masterpiece of ideas. The other thing you want to try to avoid is the words, there are many. I have students, they'll write 10 topic sentences for me, and everyone starts with, there are many types of transportation in Bellingham. There are many types of brothers, and I have 3 that I don't like. There are many, there are this, there are that. And it just gets so boring that I want them, if they want to start that way, that's great, and then rewrite it in a way so it has some flair to it. You want it to be general. Usually that means you're not going to use the word because. I like to go to Hawaii because I like to surf. Is that paragraph about surfing or about Hawaii? If it's about surfing, then you're okay. If it's about Hawaii, then you've been too specific. Hawaii is one of my favorite vacation spots. That's very good because it's general, and then you can talk about surfing and anything else that you like to do in Hawaii. So then I give them some things that could be included in a paragraph. And they have to come up with what these things have in common, which is something we've done before. And then they need to write a topic sentence that would introduce a paragraph with those things included in the paragraph. So we're working up. Do you see how we're on day 3 now? We started out with the concept general and specific. We had some fun times learning that we really don't speak very specifically, and we need to start doing that. They learn to speak more specifically, but they also know how to be general to introduce an idea. And we're learning that especially when you write a topic sentence. Now tomorrow, we're going to start working on how to turn that into a paragraph. So this was day 3 of how to write a great paragraph, and I hope it was helpful. Again, if you want to look at the whole packet that you can get with all these exercises in it, it's teacherspayteachers.com, Christy Miller, the Learning Coach. And hopefully this is helpful. Thank you.